In October, China's long-time one-child policy was finally ended and was replaced with a two-child policy. APN asked students and professors from schools across Boston about their opinions on this newly implemented policy. Professor Yu Feng from Brandeis University moved to the U.S. from China in the early 90s. He describes what the atmosphere was like under a system of tight population control in China.
The 80s and early 90s, was the period, the most serious national policy about one family, one child. One of my friends is already 6 months or so pregnant, and her factories, leaders went to his home. Not saying that you could not have this child, but saying that, okay, I have to tell you the truth. That is, if you have this child, the second child, then the bonus of the whole factory, of everyone in the factory, will be zero. Not just you will get some financial punishment, but each member of the factory will be punished as well. So, do you really want to do that? You want all the others blame you? So, and then under that kind of pressure, she had to do the abortion.
However, the professor pointed out that, in fact, the one-child policy has been loosened up in the past 20 years.
Just in those big cities, they are still carrying, a kind of modified policy of the one family, one child. All the other places, actually, no such a policy at all. The government in some of the towns and countryside, they're not really serious about that.
He also shared his personal opinion about the new two-child policy.
Family planning or control is still necessary. So I don't think that is a good policy change. The concerned part is only, some families in the big cities such as Beijing and Shanghai. It had nothing to do with most of the Chinese population.
College students from across Boston who grew up in different parts of China shared their feelings about being a single child.
I don't think there's a large proportion of families are having such kind of siblings or many children in one family. I think it's not a very majority thing.
Lots of families, they just stick to the one-child policy, but there are still some families which really want a second child, so they're going to pay for the fine. And I know those people, if they have the second child, they are going to lose their job or something. So it's pretty big punishment.
I have a little brother. Actually, I heard that my mom had paid a kind of fee to have the second child.
Did your parents ever want a second child?
I don't really know, but I think they don't because they're usually really busy and they are already having enough fuss. Only having me is in enough trouble.
I feel like having a little brother taught me how to be more responsible and how to be caring to each other.
Please look for part 2 of our story on China's two-child policy. For All in Public News, I'm Koala Shea.